What's up, man? Make sure y'all smash that like button and that subscribe button if you can. Please, I appreciate that. And I appreciate the love. The page been growing. I'm almost at like 6,000 followers. Just need to get my views up, get back active. Excuse the cigarette smoke. My bad. I do what I do while I'm doing what I do. Can y'all hear me? Move the mic. All right, there we go. The question is, how often does prison rape occur? And why does it occur? Well, why does any rape occur? People have desires that they want to be met, whether it's just the sex, whether it's the rush from taking something from somebody, just all types of reasons. Wherever rape occurs in the free world, the same reason it occurs in there. You got individuals who just not morally strong and they stoop to their lower selves, and it happens. Now, it's two ways that rape usually happens. The more common way is out of manipulation. The other way is the old-fashioned barbaric way, the sure way, and that's by force. Well, force usually don't occur because it's such a small environment these days, so many cameras around, people don't want to go through that hassle or whatnot, so they usually play manipulation games with people. They try to make people fall in love. They prey on weaker minds. And also, too, they'll get you in debt and then wager you being stabbed against you giving up some man cheeks. So I'm gonna explain that to you. Okay, let me tell you this scenario. I've seen both rapes. I've seen two physical rapes, and I've seen the aftermath of one physical rape. And I've seen one take place, like actually taking place. And then I also seen multiple times the manipulation factor. So it was this guy, we just gonna say his name, Larry. I forget the white kid name, but he's a suburban preppy kid. That's usually who preyed upon is the white kids. Those are the ones that get it took. And the biggest deterrence of rape is them knowing that you'll fight back or you being associated with another group or whatnot. And sometimes that might not matter. You might get hit upside your head with a pole if he wanted that bad and he take it. Never really seen that happen. It almost happened to somebody, not me, but it almost happened. But I'm gonna tell you the situation of manipulation. So this white kid, we're gonna say just name Larry, all right? Now Larry was brawling food. So when you brawl food from the store man, if you go get $1.50 bag of chips, you owe him $1.50 back plus half of what that chip costs. It's called 1.5. So you owe him the bag of chips back and 75 cents. So Larry got into hundreds of dollars worth of debt. Now Larry got a secure pack. He already got his secure pack. You only get a secure pack. That's extra food your family can order. You can get it once every 3 months. So he had his. So it's gonna be 3 more months until he can get the next one. So he ordered a secure pack in somebody else's name. And he already beyond his limit with his family. They didn't have no more money to send him, but they sent him some extra money. So Larry ended up sending it to the guy that he was storing stuff out, brawling stuff from. We're just gonna say that guy named John. He was going to John. And John told him if he wanted to order an extra secure pack to get the food so he won't have to keep waiting for his money back, then he has to, send a secure pack in his name, pay him a little $30 he owe him out of there, and pay the guy 10 for doing it and take the little $40, $50 left for you. So he got the secure pack order. Now, the guy he went and got the secure pack order in his name, he didn't give him his stuff. Now, mind you, this is all set up. See, John is an old predator, and the guy with the secure pack is an old predator. And there's one more predator in there. It's Predator 2. So we're going to say Predator 1 and Predator 2 in here. So the guy takes the secure pack and say, hey, look, man, they knocked me for it. I couldn't get it. It is what it is. You're going to take my word for it. I'm not showing you no paperwork that they took it. My word means something to me. So he didn't give him his stuff. He basically took it. So him and John split it up. So now the guy's like, John telling Larry, look, bro, you owe me $30. Interest is growing. By the time you get your next secure pack, or by the time you get your parents to send you some money, you're going to be at minimum $100. You're not going to be able to pay this, dog. So John tells the other predator, okay, it's in motion. So Predator 1 and Predator 2 go talk to Larry. They tell Larry, like, look, man, you owe this guy money, man. You can't get it from nowhere. He like, no, man, this is that. I'm like, they tell him, like, you know this guy reputation, right? You know his reputation. Yeah, I heard he stabs people, he killed people back in the day in Jackson. He's like, yeah, this guy's powerful. He can get you killed in PC. He can get you in protective custody. That's what PC is. He can get you killed in PC. He can get you killed on a level 1 yard. You know, you're going to have to stay in a hole for 2 years to get back to a level 1, because this kid was supposed to be in a level 1, but he wanted to make drinks and keep getting caught with drinks and rolling tobacco, what they call it, a spit stick. A spit stick is when a CO chew up on some tobacco, spit it out, and you go in a trash can, dry it out, and smoke. It's called a spit stick. So he telling this guy, like, it's going to take you about 2 years to get back to a level 1 if you go to the hole. If you go to the hole, you're going to have to sit in there, because you have to sit for 4 months. Is it 3 months? Every 3 months, your points will go down. Or excuse me, every 6 months, your points will go down if you have no major tickets. So if you get so many points, it'll take you years to get back to level 1. With his situation, it would only took him 6 months, but he didn't know that. So he like, man, you gonna go sit in that hole? You've been there before. You gonna sit in there for 2 years running from a guy? He like, nah, man, you right about that. I want to kill myself while I was in there. He's like, well, Predator 1 like, well, look, you want me to work something out with him? He like, yeah, if you can. He's like, well, you know, he like white guys. He like, what do you mean, whatever? I'm hearing this whole conversation. We in the barns, we in the pole barns. We can hear everything. It's 8-man cubes and with no doors. We can hear everything. So he tell him, like, look, he like white guys. Larry like, nah, man, I ain't gay. He like, hey, man, listen to me, bro. That don't mean you gay. If you do it in here and don't go in the world and do it, you're not gay. If you wasn't in the world doing it, you're not gay. And it's called survival. Anything you do to survive, whether it's sex or whatever, that's not gay, man. You hear me? You putting your life on the line for this? I like you, man. I don't want to see nothing happen to you, bro. I don't even like that whole situation, but I know it's the only way to solve it and not get you stabbed, bro. Get your parents killed out there, maybe. That guy out of his mind, man. You should have never brought nothing from him, bro. You're like, man, for real. So Predator 2 get called over. He like, come here, let me ask you this. So Predator 1 asked Predator 2 in front of him. He say, now they all in on this. Remember, follow me. They all in on this. He asked Predator 2, hey, would it be gay if he gave him a little to pay off his debt? He like, oh man, that ain't gay. That's survival, bro. Survival. Everybody in the penitentiary know that. See what I'm saying? I can ask somebody else. He like, no, I don't want nobody else. Larry, I don't want nobody else to know. He like, bro, Predator 1 like, bro, I'm about to go hook it up, all right? Look, at lunchtime, just stay back. He'll have some food for you. Give him some. So he go tell John. And John was like, hey, man, he come to him like, I'm glad you came to your senses or whatever. I wasn't even thinking about this way. But you know what? It's cool. I accept that. Usually I just stab a guy if he ain't got my money. I wouldn't even take no sex from him, but I like you. Dude, man, he said all I had to do was give you some, you know, I don't have to do nothing else. He's like, well, we'll start off with that and we'll work it out. All right? He like, man, for real, like, look, listen to me, bro. What you want to do? You want to keep owing me money and let it build up, or you just want to do this? So lunchtime roll around. He over there on his knees. The Predator 1 come over there like, hey, look, I'm next. I set it up. You owe me. You don't want to owe me either. He like, what? Man, he's like, look, bro, I'm going to make it easy as possible. Just open your mouth. I'm going to do everything. I'll just open your mouth. Keep it wet. That's what he said to this guy. And I tell my bunkie, I'm like, you hear that? He's like, yeah, I hear that. I say, man, maybe we should say something to him. They over there just having sex all out in the open. They raping, dog. He say, He say, be ill, petty, pop. Look, you mind your business. Those some old penitentiary gangsters and they kill us. They know we behind you, but it don't matter. We ain't getting nobody else's business. If he a punk enough to get raped, then let it happen. All he had to do was fight back and say you ain't getting paid and took his licks or gave something out. It's like, you better not say nothing. Son of that bunk. I'm I'm like, all right, big homie. In my head, I'm like, man. So anyway, Predator 2, get his off. Predator 3 come. He like, ain't no talking, just hurry up, do the same thing you just did for him. He's like, look, at the end, John came and said, look, you just don't pay me off in one swipe. You can do this for all of us for 3 days in a row, or you can do it for me, just for me, 7 days in a row. Which one you want to do? He's like, man, I'm just trying to get this over as fast as possible. And not had nobody know. He's like, all right then, I got you. Dinner came around. He like, where you going? He's like, nah, I got a noodle for you. Stay here. I told you you got to do this days in a row, not once a day. You already agreed to it. Dude, he say, Joe complaining, you lucky I ain't stabbing you in your eye. You hear me? Man, yeah, all right, man. Get in. And then Predator 2 came. Predator 3 came. The next day was the same thing, but this time, Predator 2, 3 came. Predator 4 and 5 came and paid with commissary. Gave the guys like $20 a piece and like noodles and, you know, other junk food for this kid. And I'll never forget the look on his face. For weeks, he couldn't look nobody in the eyes. Couldn't look nobody in the eyes. Like a month later, he ended up getting some money, and still he ended up getting like $100 altogether. And he gave everything up except deodorant, toothpaste, lotion, and of course they made him order all types of Vaseline and baby oils, lubricants and stuff like that. So they gave him his hygiene. All the food that he bought, they took it. They took it. Everywhere he go, he would have to be accompanied. Well, he didn't have to, but they would accompany him, talk to him, make him sit on their lap in the day room, you know, say things to him. And these guys, man, was vicious. They didn't no bar. It messed you up. I'm not gonna keep going on and on about it, but as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn, dude, this it messed me up. Now that's the one coercion that I got, like story that I got. It's multiple. I seen that all the time, like to put fear in you. But the actual physical rape, I had seen. I was in the bathroom one day, and I was on Sanchez. All y'all know, on Sanchez, you gotta actually go to the bathroom, and after you go to the bathroom, you gotta go right back to your room. You're a step away from the hole. You're on restrictions. So I'm in the bathroom kicking it as long as I can with one of the homies from Flint. So me and the homie kicking it, and it's me and the homie kicking it. We see this guy. I'm not gonna say his name. I never say never. I never know if I'm going back to prison. Not anything can happen. So I don't want to put certain people on blast that did, you know, I go in there and they try to kill me. But this guy was in my particular organization, and he's been down. He been down for like 30-something years, and he's a known rapist and homosexual. But I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know it. So he keep walking back and forth from the stall, sitting on the stall with his pants on. I'm like, this guy nasty as hell. What is he doing? He keep washing his hands, putting on gloves, taking off gloves. So about 10 minutes past, we see a homosexual walk past with his other homosexual friend. This white homosexual name was Lady Gaga. Why do they call this homosexual Lady Gaga? Because this guy actually looks like Lady Gaga. And everywhere this guy goes, somebody stabbing over him, some rumor coming out about a gangbanger trying to mess with him, somebody getting stabbed, somebody getting beat up, or he getting beat up. And he ain't been doing nothing but simply being nice, being himself. But he looked like Lady Gaga. And I mean this in the straightest way possible. The whole body, the nose, all that stuff looked like Lady Gaga. And this particular guy didn't have boobs, so they didn't put him in a transgender unit, which he should have. And I don't know if he sued or not, but he should have all the danger he's been put in, because he should have been in a gay unit. So anyway, dude walked past. I see my brother mans go behind him. I say, damn, he must owe him some money for a store or something like that. So, dude go behind him. As Lady Gaga go in the room, he stick his foot in the door. We looking. All we hear is, ah! In a death move. We like, oh, he down there. Stab her. Come on, let's go down there and see this real quick. So we walk down there slowly, trying not to make no scene. We go look. Dude got the door cracked open with the knife to his neck up against the locker, right? We hurry up, turn around. Go back in the bathroom. Like, don't you just see that? Dude come back in the bathroom, the guy who raped Lady Gaga, he come back in the bathroom, make Lady Gaga go in the shower and wash up. He keep washing his hands. He got his pants on, but unzipped and reaching down his pants, washing up. We like, what's going on? He just keep smelling his hands, keep going crazy. Like, he like, we like, bro, what's wrong with you? He's like, nothing, man. Did you just see that? Did you just see that? We like, nah, we ain't see nothing, bro. Nah. He like, well, good. I ain't had to see it anyway. I had to stab him. That's all, man. I had to stab him, make him go wash up for real. You owe me some money, man. That dude did, that guy nothing, because everybody gave him what he wanted. Lady Gaga had lockers full of everything that you can get in prison, damn near. You know what I'm saying? There was on the commissary, tunas, all chips galore, noodles, all that. But he went there and raped them. So it took about a half a day for Lady Gaga to go tell on him, and he ended up getting sent to the hole. And then dude dropped the charges and didn't want no part of it because he was getting pressure from the guys in the organization that has done it in the past, and people might have forgot that he used to do it. Nobody might be old enough to remember back when they used to rape people, but he was getting notes from all these guys talking about, you better not do this, this, and that. So we ended up kicking dude out of the temple for a while, but they allowed him back simply because he's a killer, and they don't kick the killers out too long, no matter if they gay or not. If they're willing to shoot, stab people for the organization, and make it feared on some yards, the Moorish Americans will forgive those people, man, and have them right back in the temple and pretend like nothing ain't happening. And a lot of them guys been down 40 years, so they seen this so much back when the cameras wasn't around. Just imagine when the cameras weren't around and it wasn't as many guards. It was one guard for every 70, 80, 100 people or whatever back in the day. Do you know how many people was getting raped? You in a place with the rapists, with the worst of the worst. That's crazy. To deter rape, the only thing you can do is show that you'll defend yourself. But no matter how big or bad or strong you are, if a guy really wants you and can get you in the right position, he can take something from you, because all it takes is to pick up a heavy object and hit you right over the head with it. And you unconscious and you wake up and you hurt in some places you don't really hurt at, right? So it can happen to anybody, but it's unlikely to happen to somebody that defend themselves, somebody that's a part of an organization, and somebody just, hip to the games. Don't take nothing from people because they want something for it. 9 times out of 10, they want something back for it. Could be sex, it could be them wanting you to join their gang, it could be just to be your friend. But chances are they want something from you, man. Peace, blessings. Hit me up on all the social media sites and the link, man. I'm here. More stories on the way.